Hey, what's up guys? This is Patrick Masters with Parabolic Trading, and today's market recap for Monday, June 15th, right? And what a hot day in the market, right? So again, 1 second here. There were so many hot plays today. Like I can't even share every single trade with you that I've taken because I took so many freaking trades today, right? First and foremost, man, this JNUG was hot. I mean, absolutely smoking hot, right? I took this here on this dip, right? So again, I took a dip right here. Once it remounted the 9 EMA and it held, man, I just took this thing and it just went bonkers all day, right? I got in, I think about, I want to say about 81.80. I think, let me check, 81.88, okay? So I got in 81.88, right? And I got out up here at 92, right? I mean, at this point, like, I just felt like I was being greedy, right? So we always want to be mindful of potential bad karma, right? So holding it that long, and I had a pretty sizable share, so it was a very profitable day. Again, I think I had 52 tickets today, right? So that includes not just getting into a trade, but also the multiple times I scale out. So another trade that I took today was PTON, right? So PTON, man, this is a nice opening range breakout. So once we broke the 3 candle sideways and it broke on the 3rd candle, man, I was in. My risk was maybe, I think 27 cents, and it just ripped, right? So then again, right? So I sold off my entire position up here. So again, it goes sideways, kind of just consolidates you, getting some rest before it makes its next move. I get back in, right? Once it breaks this trend line, pops back up to 51. So I bank another buck. At this point, I'm out of this trade, right? So I'm not even worried about this. Another one that I took, I've been holding this swing for back here on, I think this was June 8th, right? So on June 8th, I took a swing in DDOG and got out today, right? Got out right up here, right? On this candle here. So 82, 91, another $10 rip, right? What else was I trading? I mean, there was so many things I was trading today. DraftKings, another one. Look at this. Again, if I cannot sing the praise enough of the TradeRisk.com and their smart trend filters, again, listen, I'm not saying that it's going to give you signals to buy or sell, okay? It's just another tool to help you gauge, right? To either help confirm or to maybe clarify something that you think is a trend. Again, and this, I've actually got it to work not just on a daily chart, but also on a 5-minute chart, right? So my next plan is to turn around and convert my 2-minute chart, my 15-minute chart, and my 60-minute chart all to using the smart trend filter, right? So it's going to help me intraday. Intraday, right? This just tells me all day long, it's in an uptrend, right? Which I can obviously look at and see. But again, man, how hot is that, right? Again, it's just one more tool for confirmation, right? It's not just, we don't take any trade based off of one thing. We take it based off of our ability to decipher different indicators to make a case, to build a case for stocks that are worth our time, our mental capital, and our financial capital. Okay, so yeah, I took DraftKings, made a pretty decent profit there. OSTK had a nice push up this morning. So again, it kind of opened a little wonky. I wasn't real happy with it. But again, once it broke this trend line right here, right? This is almost like an intraday flat top breakout, right? And it just rips from 20, right? 20. I actually got a fill on $20 even, which was really nice. 20 goes up to 22. I'm out 22, right? $2 rip. How hot is this, right? ZM, another hot one this morning, right? I didn't get an entry. So again, I was a little upset and sad because I'm like, man, it's just ripped, right? Again, my day probably would have been over at that point. Let's see. There was a couple other ones. Let's see. I think I did talk about PTON. Yeah. Right. So I had PTON, and there was one other one that I took. Man, this RCL, this was a beast, a freaking beast, man. Like again, if you look at the pre-market action, it dipped down. And I thought, man, there's just no way this thing's going to hang out down here. So I took a small share at the open. Once it pushed up and I got the second candle, I added a full position. So I took a small share, like I probably took like not even a quarter size of my normal shares, right, which are my normal risk. Once it broke this candle here, I'm like, man, I'm in this thing. Look, this goes from 57, right? So this is about the time where once it broke the second candle, and I kind of did anticipate an opening range breakout, which did not occur, right? So I was a little premature on this. Luckily for me, it worked out. But at 57, man, this thing ripped up here to 60. I sold half of my position. It pulled back, held the 20 EMA. Once it remounted the 9, I'm back in this thing here for even less risk than initially, right? Man, so I'm back to full size, right? And then it pushes up here. I'm out at like 60, let me see, 61.38 is where I was out. And that was it, right? Amazing plays, right? There's one other thing that I played today that was just kick ass. I'm not sure if I have it here on this list. Fiverr was a nice grinder, right? Man, again, if you had held this for a swing, right? If you held this from a swing back then, so of course, if you got it back here, right? If you got it back here on the break where I actually alerted you all about a month ago, it was about a month ago. Y'all took your swing here, man. I'm sorry, about a month and a half ago, maybe almost 2 months, right? You had this first break, the second break, right? You could have rode this all the way up here. Sold off half your position, waited for it to pull back to the 20, remount the 9, re-added your position, sold up here, or so at least sold half, let it pull back. Dude, I think this is going to go, and it's going to get back up here to 75, right? So again, that's my plan for that. Man, I did take, I can't find the other one. I did take a loss, though. I took a loss on LK. I just kind of got sucked in. I saw this big push up here, and I thought, man, there would be a good chance to rip this. And that did. Actually, you know what? I know what the other trade was. And I got sucked in on that one, too. It was U1, right? Urban 1. Man, I saw this awesome push, right? Once you get this range break right here, now, just never mind the fact that this thing just kind of pushed up. It just kind of went sideways, it opened, then it pushed up, went sideways, broke, right? It broke the flag, pushed up again, broke the flag again. And then I saw this monster move, right? And I had probably got in like right up around here. I mean, I actually ended up chasing it because I wasn't paying attention. I was in other stocks. So I'm like, well, I don't want to miss this move, right? Because this could be, a lottery winner. And again, I got out with maybe 20 cents profit, but it really wasn't worth my time or capital. And you can see, it's pulled back, and now it's starting to round and curl, and we're still intraday. We still have an hour and a half left in the market, and this thing is about ready to remount the VWAP, and it probably most likely will take off, right? I don't know if it's going to get up to the high of 725. However, it's very well possible it gets to 650. Still, that's not a bad rip, right? For midday, getting a buck $1.50, that's amazing for midday. So again, there's nothing. No, I mean, I didn't really do anything special today. I didn't have any foresight. I just played the price action, right? So actually, my watch list this morning, I didn't even bother posting it because it's just I wasn't real sure how the market was going to play out today. And of course, if we look at the SPY real quick, we can see that the SPY, right, it gapped down like considerably, right, from 304, right, on Friday night. Man, it got down here to 296. I really thought I was going to have a short bias all day, and then it just kind of sit in this range during the pre-market. But man, once the market opened, it just started to rip. This market does not give a shit about COVID-19. This market does not seem to give a shit about protests or all these riots and stuff. It doesn't matter, right? We're still making our money because this is our job. This is what we do. So, man, amazing hot day. A phenomenal start to the week. I am seriously up, right? Man, like this, it's going to be hard to beat a Monday like that, right? I mean, I've had a couple Mondays that were similar to today, but they were when the market was crashing and I was shorting the shit out of stuff. Or I was taking positions adverse to the market, right? Things like TVIX, right? Or UVXY. So again, there was some really hot plays today. You know what? I know what the other trade was that I took, and it was TQQQ. Whoops. So again, when the market started to kind of rip this morning, I'm like, man, there's a good chance that the TQQQ or or the SPY, something, some 3x ETF or 2x ETF, that is long in the market would rip. And again, once I saw it break this range right here, I took a trade up here, got out up here, went sideways. I really thought it was going to break. I'm kind of glad that I kind of got stopped out. Like, again, I rode my stop right up here. So once it came back down, I got stopped out. No big deal. So it pulled back to the VWAP, kind of peaked its little head below it, but it bounced right back up. So I thought, man, that's a strong signal. So again, once it got above the 20 here, I went ahead and took a position. I had minimal risk, pushed back up, and then of course I'm in other trades, right? So I kind of forget about it. I did I committed the fatal sin that you ignore trade once you're in it, right? You should be constantly paying attention to your trades. I almost forgot I was in it, right? Until I'm like, oh. So after my other trades had closed, I look back and all of a sudden we're up here. I'm thinking, holy shit, right? So at this point, I'm starting to think about getting out because it's starting like it's kind of flattening out there. You see how the 9 EMA here is flattening a little bit. It's kind of starting to go sideways. And then I saw this candle and I thought, shit, we're going to reverse. And then sure enough, next candle, higher. And I was like, wow, right? Okay, like I wasn't expecting that. Then when we got up here, I started getting concerned because I knew we were getting a little extended away from the 9 EMA. At this candle here, I was waiting for a signal to sell, waiting for that red candle. The next candle pushes up. And then when I got here to these two, what I call indecision candles, right? The small bodies, equal wicks on top and bottom. At that point, I'm getting out because typically what I've seen from my studying of charts is that when I see candles like that, it usually, if it's a green one like that, usually the next candle is going to be red. If the candle is red, the next candle is going to be green. So again, they are just little things I pick up, little nuances I pick up along the way to kind of give me some sort of an edge, or at least maybe a perceived edge. Maybe there's really no edge at all, but I'm trading it well. So if it works, then it must be some edge for me, whether or not it's for me, or whether it works for other people. It does work for me. And as you can see, TQQQ right now, it's working to back up it's working its way back up here, and hopefully it might be able to break this range. If you can break this range, I mean, I don't know how much more juice it's got. I mean, the thing is up 4% today, right? So again, I think it's got some room to go. But look, they were hot trades, right? They were hot trades. I grabbed me a buck or two at a time. I'm not complaining. I caught the lion's share of the move. So even if this thing rips and it goes to 100, I really don't care. I mean, yes, I would love to be in it, but I made my money today. So I'm not really complaining if I missed out on something else, right? So again, that was the trade recap here for Monday, June 15th, right? Amazing day. Again, we are currently in our boot camp class. We are going to change things around starting the 1st of July. Every month now, on July 1st, we will start a new boot camp, right? So you're going to get 4 weeks of classes. You're going to get all the classes 5 nights a week, right? Sunday through Thursday, you're going to get 5 classes each week. And by the end of 4 weeks, you are going to have everything you need to be successful as a swing trader, a day trader, and you can even apply all these patterns to cryptocurrency as well if you're into that kind of thing. So again, I just felt like these bootcamp classes that they're taking 2 months, right? They're taking 2 months. It's problematic, right? Because people, I'm spending a month just kind of helping people along here, and that, they're taking their own trades, they're learning their own thing, they're applying their craft, right? And I kind of feel like there's a lot of dead period where other people aren't getting an opportunity. They're having to wait an extra 4 weeks. So again, keep tuned for information regarding the next boot camp at the start time, the start date, which again, it's most likely going to be July 1st. And I'll probably run a special promotion for that. Again, I don't know how much more I can take off than what I already have for past boot camp students. But I'll figure out something that will make it advantageous to everybody, right? So, and we'll also have a webinar coming up where I'll explain a little bit more in detail of what the boot camp actually includes, as well as the benefits, as far as benefits of joining then and what your benefits are moving forward in the future, right? So other than that, guys, I hope you had a great trading day. I hope it was profitable. I hope you traded safe. I hope you use risk management. Right? So again, like I always tell my students, we are not day traders, we are not swing traders, we are risk managers, right? So as long as you're managing your risk, you will be able to take your trading parabolic today. Thanks, guys.